The video you're about to watch is an interview I just got done with 5 minutes ago with one of my students, Pier Goddard. Pier is somebody that started working with me 3 years ago. He's from France, moved to Thailand, kind of doing the laptop lifestyle thing. And you're going to hear in this interview that his first year, he only made $8,000 total. And $6,000 was expenses. So he took $2,000 off the table. Second year, I think he said he made $77,000, and now he's at $65,000 per month. Now that is not 100% profit. We're gonna talk about the actual profit numbers, etc., in this interview. But I just want you guys to pay attention to the fact that this is somebody who took a business model that works, building simple websites, ranking them on Google, and renting them to local business owners, and he crafted it in a way that works for him. His first language is French. He's targeting French-speaking countries and cities. He's targeting, well, I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. And he's been able to carve out a $65,000 per month business from just his little niche. And I think that is incredible. I'll tell you guys right now, I took a full page of notes from this interview. Personally, it was incredible. I hope you guys enjoy. All right, let's add, let me bring Pier in really quick. Oh, he's not at his desk, so I'm going to let him in anyway. I'm going to pin him and add a spotlight to Pier. And then as soon as oh, there he is. I'm going to let him unmute. Look at this guy. All right.
Hola, hola.
What's up, bro?
All good, man. What about you?
It's good to see you. I'm doing great, man. Guys, meet Pier. Pier Goddard. Pier, by the way, shout outs to Pier. It's 10 p.m. for him. It's 10:15 at night. He lives in Thailand. And he could be out partying, he could be out whatever, and he's on this call. So I appreciate you getting on this call, dude. And with that said, dude, let's dive in. By the way, really quick, for those of you that are on this call, and Ashley asked a quick question. She said, got our first Facebook ad running this past weekend, waiting for the leads to come in. Awesome. Ashley, if you got it running this weekend, if you get to like $100 and you haven't gotten a lead, then post in the group, because there's probably something off. The leads do come in pretty quick. Obviously, if it's in the right niche, if it's in like a random niche or it's one that doesn't work as well, maybe not. But anyway, keep an eye on that and let me know. And then Ray, on your question, message Ashley De La Rosa, and we'll get you sorted out and figure that out as well. Okay, but once we transition to school, everyone's gonna have access to all that stuff. So, Pierre, what's up, dude? How's Thailand? How's business? How's everything going? Your office looks a bit different. Did you move into a different room?
We bought some whiteboard.
Ah, that's just the whiteboard that's different.
Yeah, and I've changed the camera.
Ah, so it's a different angle, because before it was like over here. Got you.
We keep leveling up, man. Small details, but yeah.
I love it, man. And cool part, if you guys weren't on the last interview, in fact, I would love to know of all the people that are on, and here's who I see right now. I see Ashley, who just got her ad live. Awesome job. I see Cynthia. What's going on, Cynthia? Heather. I see Ray. I see Simon. I see Todd. I see Zach. Two questions. First question I want to ask, is there anybody on this call that has not gotten a deal? Because I'm seeing most of everyone on here. I think the majority of everyone has gotten at least one deal. Like I know, so Simon, you have not gotten a deal. Okay, I'm going to assume that you have not, unless I read that wrong. I know Pier's at 65K. Okay, so Simon hasn't, Ashley hasn't, but she's got her first ad live. I know Cynthia's doing 15 to 20. I know Heather's hit 10K. I know Ray's gotten a few deals. Todd, I'm pretty Todd's gotten a deal. Zach might be the only one I'm not sure of yet. Anyway, most people have gotten a deal. Other question I have is, who on this call was on the last call that I did with Pier? When was that, Pier? Like a couple months ago?
Yeah, not sure.
3 months, 4 months ago? Maybe it's been more. So who is anyone from this call on that call last time? Because it's been a few months. It's been probably. I'm just trying to get. I want to get some context and like how much you guys know of Pier's story before we dive into this. So was anybody on that call as well? If no one was, this will be. There's the view I remembered, bro.
Yeah.
Got the double view. Um. Okay. Cynthia said good morning. I was. Anybody else? Cynthia was on. All right, so this is gonna be pretty fresh. Heather says I was. I don't always get the live. Okay, so she's seen it. Okay, I got a few people. So Pier, let's get into this really quick, just to catch people up to speed. I looked yesterday when you were texting me and told me you're at 65,000 a month. By the way, is that USD?
Yeah, and it's approximately, I haven't done finance, it's like approx 65. I
Okay,
mean, I look at it less now, I do it a bit monthly, so it's
for sure.
where I think we are like 60, 65-ish, something like that.
Okay, and just so everybody knows that wasn't on the call last time, Pierre, at least when I talked to him last time, he's only targeting France. Are all of your
Now we
clients
did
still
a bit. We have a deal in Canada, in Montreal, and like French speaking. We are also like some country in Europe speak French,
okay?
like Belgium. So we just expanded, but like 90%, 95 is in France.
So have you gotten so all of his deals are in French speaking countries, whether it's in France, Montreal, Canada. Did you say Belgium?
Yeah,
Ha-
Belgium speak French. Like there's 4 cities that are mainly French speaking at the border, basically.
Have you gotten any deals in Belgium?
Yeah,
Amazing. Okay. I have somebody that a friend of mine that just joined. I'm gonna let him know that. That's really cool. Was it in out of curiosity, was it Brussels? Was it which
it's
city?
called Charleroi. It's a smaller city. So we first got to reform there, and then I was like, "Fuck, man, we can just do it in Belgium as well." And we're gonna launch ads. I think I saw it on Slack just before the call. I think it's going. We're gonna do Brussels as well. I think Brussels
Amazing.
is gonna be a big deal because it's like medium competition, but like 1.7 million people. So I think we're gonna get a lot of deals there. Same with
Yeah.
Montreal, and it looks super competitive, but we do 150 leads a month in tree service. It's a good deal.
Crazy. Crazy. Did you say the city you're targeting is Antwerp?
No, it's Charleroi.
Charleroi. Okay, I don't know where that is. I spent like 3 weeks in Antwerp this year. Great city, beautiful city. Um, anyway, just curious. So let's kind of get into your story just a little bit to catch everyone up to speed. Tell everyone what you were doing before you jumped into this. And by the way, one last question, and then I'm going to start with your background.
Yeah,
This you have 65K roughly coming in.
yeah.
How much of that is profit? Is it about 50%? Is it a little bit higher, a little bit lower?
I think right now it's like 30, 35%.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm trying to get in a new niche now. So I have maybe 5, 10K of Google ads that are going to the next niche. So do you consider that profit or not? If you take the profit without everything that we do to grow, it's more 50 to
Yeah.
70%. And a lot of SEO is growing. So I don't know. I don't really look at profit right now. I'm like in the growing phase. I put the money back in, but like the thing is profitable.
Yeah. If you wanted to take the money off the table, you could take 50+%. What you're saying is you're putting in,
For
five.
sure, man.
Yeah, because right, that's how when in 2020 when we were really scaling, we would have 5 different ad campaigns running at one time, and it
We
costs.
have like 20, man.
See, he's doing way bigger numbers, and I remember sometimes you spend $1,000. You're a new niche, 3 different cities, 4 different cities, 5 different cities. It doesn't work out. You spend $1,000. It is what it is, but that's part of growing. So yeah. Um. So
I did it before the niche we are in now, and I was like, ah man, it's painful, but now I know the process that when it worked, those like 5, 10, 20K to figure out the niche. It's like one deal, make it in a year, and then you're gonna do 50 deals. So it's a no-brainer.
100%. Okay. So tell everyone what you were doing before you jumped into this space. I know we've talked about this before, but just so everyone that hasn't heard you before, let's talk about that really quick.
Yeah, I think I wasn't really made for the system. Never did that well in school. First started my first, like, let's say, entrepreneurship or like money outside of trading. My time was Airbnb as a student. I was selling my like basically student flat. The price was 200 a month. I was selling like 100 a night. I was like, what the fuck, man? That was insane. I was making like more than my teacher and stuff. Then I got into selling website, but like not lead website, which in retrospect was a very good experience, but I had no idea I would do rank and run today. I didn't know the model. I think I sold 7 sites for maybe 1,000 a site in a year. Like it was very rough. Then I did some copywriting. I sell as like I was selling email. I was selling info product and like coaching, consulting product for like guys in France, and I was doing all the sales, the lunch, all the things. I learned so much about sales marketing that was awesome. And then I teach people how to basically get customer as freelance. That was my, let's say, biggest success before Rank and Run now. I think I got 150, 200K ish, like it was 99% profit. And that was like, let's say, solopreneur type of thing, low maintenance, a lot of freedom. It was very cool. But I wanted to build an asset. I wanted to have like something that can compound, like not selling my time, even though I was selling like 150, 200K for European market is quite good already. You're already top 1% income. But I don't know, man. I'm looking at the US since forever, and I'm like, I want to do more. I want to grow. I want to challenge myself. And I think it took me 12 months to find Rank and Rent. I was like, I'm not gonna jump into whatever model. I'm gonna find something that fit my criteria, recurring, high margin, asset based, linked to the real world. I didn't want it to do another digital for digital and stuff. So that I had those criteria. I looked at a bunch of stuff. I consult in French businesses or people I knew from my network, Amazon, e-commerce, sales, low ticket digital product. I test maybe 10 different models. I build sales team for friends that had agencies and stuff like that. And I was like, all of those models, they don't fit what I really want, you know? And then actually it was a friend that I think you met, Anthony, that we started this business together that showed me Shiv. And I was like, oh, whoa, that's good. So I own him actually finding Rank and Ren. And then we started the business together. The partnership didn't work, but I kept working on the business. And here we are.
Amazing, bro. Okay, so I was just thinking as you were talking, you know what's cool that what you've done, Pierre, is that I hear all the time people say, "Can you do this, outside the US?" And everyone for some reason thinks that just because, like for me, I'm targeting the US because I'm American and I'm from the US and I speak English. Everyone thinks when they hear about this, you have to target the US. But what I love about what you're doing, also Mike V is from New Zealand. He's targeting his home
Um,
country. Does Mike
yeah,
still live
yeah.
in Thailand, by the way?
Yeah. We don't live in the same city, but we see each other once in a while. He's in the south.
Right. Okay. So
And he's
another one
doing
of our,
really well.
and he's crushing it, right? What's he at? Like 50K a month right now?
Something like that. I think
Yeah.
it transitioned to more ads as well, like you, and I think it's doing well.
That's awesome. So Mike, instead of going after the US, which he's an English speaker first language, but he decided
Yeah.
to target New Zealand and he's making 50,000 a month in New Zealand. Pier, he did something I'd never heard of and he targeted France because you're from France originally,
Yeah.
yeah?
Yeah.
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 Are you from
Born
Paris?
there.
I think I've asked you this.
No, I'm near at the border with Switzerland.
Okay.
Germany and Switzerland, east side.
Okay, so Pierce from France, and he's like, I'm gonna target France, same business model. Obviously, there's gonna be some nuances, there's gonna be some slight differences. And guys, he's created a $65,000 per month business just targeting French speaking countries. Okay, France or French speaking cities. France, there's a city in Belgium, Montreal. And the reason I want to bring this up is that sometimes you have to think outside the box and you take the principle of what you're learning and you apply it to your situation. So, Pierre, when you started doing this for French speaking countries, like when you got into this, did you think, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to target the US? Or did you think from the beginning you were going to target French speaking countries?
Man, that's a very, very hard decision, and I'm still sometime considering the US. Now, I decided for my next goal, like 2026, French market is big enough, so I'm gonna stay in French market. But I maybe three, four time I had this deep. Now I talk a lot with like ChatGPT about that, but it's like which market has more leverage for me? Like France is a bit my niche, like much less people can go there, but obviously there is much less wealth than the US, and it's much smaller. So I was like very debating this. And the first, when I started, when I joined your program, basically I launched ads in both. And I think it was hard to do the time zone for both. And then we had a little bit of success with French. So then we kept pushing this, and that's more how it goes. But yeah, I think like now it's work in France, but I think US is a, I mean, as I see it from the outside, I see guys that just join the program and make 2K per month deal. For us to make 2K per month deal, it's like we have to bring a lot of leads. So it's like it's probably more competitive in the US, but there is so much more money at the same time. So I don't know. I think both work.
Yeah, I think it's for me, I'm kind of the same way. Whenever I get into a program, let me give you an example. I joined a program recently, and the only reason I joined it was teaching me how to get leads in a certain way. Like I'm testing out a new method for getting leads, right? It's not with Facebook ads, by the way. It's not with Google ads. I paid $10,000 to get into this program, and everybody in the program, apart from me, is in a specific type of business. And it's funny because you start to think, man, maybe it's not going to work for me because they're in this other type of business. And that's what I thought for a bit. And then I started applying it to my business, and it's really started to work. So anyway, the whole point being, guys, don't think that you need to do this exactly in the US or exactly in the same niches. Yes, I want you to target the basic boring niches to get your first couple deals, but I want you to think outside the box. And maybe, again, I'm just throwing ideas out, but like the people that you understand the most are the people that are just like you, right? So like the reason Pier is having a tremendous success is because he's a French speaker. Imagine me trying to call people in France, like it would probably be a disaster. Um, so anyway, 65,000 bucks a month, insane. By the way, welcome Nick Barth, and I gave you a shout out earlier, bro. Congrats on your first deal. So Pier, we talked. I remember it took you like after about 12 months, I think weren't you around like 10,000 a month? Like let's talk about how your progress has been, because I feel like every time I talk to you, you keep like jumping insane amounts. Like after a year, how much were you making after year one of doing this? Because you've been doing this about what, three and a half years?
I have my financial man. I can check, but yeah, it's I think 3 year and 4 months. I've seen on LinkedIn a few days ago, like oh wow. But first
And
year,
yeah, let's hear it. And
first
by
year. So I had other income, but I'm gonna talk only about rank and rent. We made eight 8,000 €274. So that's a bit less than 10K USD.
that was per
Second,
month.
no, in total in
Uh,
2023.
okay, that was your first year.
Yeah.
So guys, first year, just everyone hear this. He only made $8,230 or whatever it was, less than $10,000 total for the whole year. Let's go to year two.
And I spent 6,000 in ads.
Yeah, so he only made 2 grand. Okay, so most people would have quit. Keep going.
With team software and stuff, I lose money, but whatever. And second year, 77K euro
Okay,
again. And
beautiful.
same 37K ads, 37K team. So it was kind of break even. Like that year, and now we start to make excess cash. But I was just like, man, every euro need to work in this business. It's so much better than whatever staying on the bank account or being in like stock market or whatever. In this business, I can make, I don't know, like 100%, 300%, 500% a year on the money if I invest it well. So I was like popping the cash inside. And this year, right now, I haven't done the accounting, but we are like at around 200K.
Amazing. Amazing. So it's most people would have quit after the first, literally would have quit after the first, you know, year that they made $2,000. So dude, last time I talked to you like 3, 4 months ago, what were you at? 50K, 40K? I can't remember what it was. It wasn't even close to
Less.
65.
We were around 20K euro, and then I hire a sales guy, and then it blew up. We did,
Okay.
I think, I don't know, I think I made a post, but something like 40 deals in one month and a half or something.
That's insane. Okay, let's talk about that. So you guys were, I think that's right. You were like around the 20 something per month, and this is not that long ago. Fast forward to now, you're at $65,000 a month. You've tripled your revenue. Let's talk about it. So you got a sales guy. What else? Did you like how do you triple your revenue in, I think it was like less than 6 months ago that we talked. Let's talk about how you did that.
So big picture, I study a lot. My favorite podcast is the Founder podcast. I don't know if you know about this guy. He studied all of those biography. The guy is super interesting, but he had like 500 people that pay his how to say membership, whatever content. Out of 500, there was 4 billionaire man. You're like, wow, that's a super high quality community. For me, it's super good content, and I'm gonna listen to books about, for
This
example,
guy?
yeah, very good
Okay.
man. He's about to blow up.
So this guy's name is David Senra, and this is the podcast you listen to.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
one of my favorite podcasts. It's very good, and I'm gonna listen to books that are very niche. For example, I'm not gonna like the biography of Elon Musk is very good, but there is one about how does it work, or what was the early days of SpaceX, for example, and that's super interesting because it's much closer to where I am now. Not saying we are doing SpaceX, but it's like the way he hire people like a savage. I'm like, whoa, actually, I can go so much harder, so much more hardcore than what I think today. And those guys, like the thing I see in common is they focus a lot, like hardcore on priority and bottleneck. So that's really something I'm trying to learn. It's like everybody's talking about this all the time, but there is a level. It's like, what's the one thing? What's the one thing in the what thing? What's the 80-20? That kind of stuff. So now we have the whiteboard there, and I'm writing. I'm not really thinking about revenue or profit I'm like, what is the stuff in the whole system that is not making it go as fast? And I'm not thinking like, if I hire a sales guy, that's the amount of money we're gonna make. Like I have an idea, obviously, but I'm more like, okay, is it the thing that's really slowing the business down right now? And then I looked at my time and I was seeing like 40% of my time was on customer facing and only 5% on closing. So I was like, man, I need people to help me do that. I looked if I could automate and stuff, and I was like, no, I think this business model needs salespeople. And then I was like, focus hardcore for I think 1 month and a half, talking to tons of salespeople. I had no sales experience, and I didn't want it to do the cheap like offshore sales. I wanted the proper sales that I pay well. That is someone I'm proud to work with. That really bring value to the sales process overall, and not just doing the execution. And I think I found this person. And then obviously, like the thing, just like when you remove this constraint, like the company just grow. So that's what happened. Now we are on the next one. So it's like still going because now I'm almost not selling anymore. Obviously spending time with the sales guy, but less and less. He's doing really well. But I'm like now the main focus actually we raise our prices, and we did the pricing thing, how many leads, what price and stuff, because we have a lot of cities that with SEO keep going up. We don't want to cut the ads, we want to keep the ads running, and we want to make more money, not the most profit. So I was like, okay, I don't see people doing this in Rank and Rent, how to do it, whatever. So we work on the price. This is gonna bring, I don't know, 10K profit overnight because we just have a lot of cities that over deliver and monthly. And then we're gonna work on the next niche. And the next niche, I know it's probably something that is gonna bring us 2-3 million a year of recurring income. Like we're gonna have to build everything. It's gonna take 6 to 24 months, whatever. But like figuring out the next niche is what I need to focus on, because now I'm like, with dominating landscaping, tree service type of things. We have deals all around French market. So what do we build next, you know? Like I have my SEO team. I'm like, okay, guys, keep building this, but I see the list going down, going down, going down, and I'm like, we need more meat, you know, for my sales guy, for the SEO team, for the GMB guys, and yeah. So I really think in terms of bottleneck, and that's how to say, very different than how I used to work in my previous businesses, where I was much more dopamine driven. I was looking for the what can bring me a deal today, you know, and I was a bit more short term minded. And I still have some once in a while this still like let's make this deal, you know, and yeah, I'm still how to say, human and motivated by sales and stuff. But I'm really trying to do like the boring stuff, which, for example, the pricing is very hard, man. It's like I have to think about conversion, I have to think about churn. I don't want the guys to churn, but I want to raise the price. And for example, Shiv is giving advice of like keep the deal low so the guys don't complain. But for me now, I have a customer support, so I don't care if they complain as long as they pay, you know. And if I have a guy that is paying me 1,000 a month, and I can go to 1,300, and I do this on 20 deal, it's a lot of money, and it's 100% profit bottom line, you know. We
Yeah.
did all the stuff. We transitioned, for example, from monthly payment to 4 weeks payment. That go from 12 weeks to 13 weeks, so it's 8% a year, man. On 1 million a year, it's 80K, pure bottom line. So I work on those kind of stuff that are a bit more, let's say, boring, but I think that's at least for us, for me now, that's what's working, and I want to double down on that, you know.
Yeah, dude. I'm writing down a bunch of notes because I've got a lot of thoughts going on. So here's what I
I've
want
been
to.
doing freestyle as well, man, saying what's in my mind lately. If you want to direct the conversation in another angle or whatever, it's
No,
interesting
this is.
on the community, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna be selfish here and ask questions that I personally want to know, and I think it will benefit everyone. I'm also gonna do that, and then we're gonna leave a little bit of time as well. So what I gathered from what you just said is that like one of the big focuses in that you contribute to your growth is rather than focusing, yes, it's important to ask people for money every day, get the deal, yes, of course, but you've been able to step back and kind of look at things more long term and say, where's the bottleneck? What's slowing us down? And focus on those specific problems. And that's where you've seen the massive growth, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
So when you discovered, all right, I'm only spending 5% of my time on closing. How did you know that like hiring a salesperson was the thing that you needed to do to kind of like open the floodgates? Was it because you just realized there wasn't enough offers being made, or how did you determine that was what you needed to spend your time on?
I think it was getting harder and harder to increase cell volume and have fresh time in my mind to do work on the important bottleneck, you know. So for example, when you try a new niche, you need to look at CPC, search volume, like do this whole thing. And it's hard to spend like, I don't know, 6, 8 hours on that and then do 4 hours of sales, you know. And I did it, but after a while, I mean, I don't know, I just get tired and I'm like, tonight I'm not doing sales, and you know what I mean? And
Yep.
it's like, I think you can push yourself, and I think that's good to like. I don't regret that I had period in my life where I really pushed myself to the limit, you know. But I also think like once again, when you study like very successful people, I mean, there is a few Elon and guys like that that really push themselves super hardcore. But I don't know, if you look at Jeff Bezos, it's a bit more the opposite. The guy is just flying around with his two girlfriends and going to parties. You know what I mean? He's not
Yeah.
working super hardcore. And Amazon is doing better every year, you know. So I'm like, once again, I'm not doing Amazon here, but it's like I think you can learn from this. It's like get leverage, and I took sales was the most amount of leverage we could get at that time. And now actually we are almost doing too many deals, so I need to focus on product a lot and make much more leads, much more CD that we can sell basically. So I'm not helping my sales guy right now. I'm like, do the
You
deals
do
you
it.
can, obviously do as many as you can, but I'm like, I'm not gonna help you increase it for now because I'm gonna struggle to give you what to deliver, you know.
So you realized that you weren't spending because of all the other stuff you were working on, you weren't
Yeah.
spending enough time on sales, and that's when you were like, I need to get a sales guy.
Yeah, and also I was feeling that I wasn't learning too much in sales anymore. I was like, the process is working really well. We were like maybe around like 30-50% closing rate. The cold calling was very easy. Like, I don't know, it was like the system is working, and I love sales, and I still do sales once in a while, and but I was like, man, I want to build a company. I don't want to be a sales guy for my company. So I was like, I need to let go. And actually, it was hard because I know sales, so it's like, yeah, but then we're gonna make less money. I'm gonna have to pay commissions. And what if the guy don't represent the company well? What if he fucked up some deal? And I don't know, journal a lot with ChatGPT and talk as well with friends that are making much more money than me. And they were like, bro, just look at my company. Like, I'm not selling anything for years. And every month we make more. I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
With nothing, so closing deals is amazing. Nick Barth, you probably know it's the greatest feeling in the world getting that first deal. Cynthia, all of Heather, but there's something that is really special when you are not working and you get a text message or you see a contract come through or you check
So,
your Stripe account and you're like, oh, yeah, recurring money's good because we earned it last month. It's still, but when you see that you got new money from a sales guy and you didn't have to be involved, dude, that's the best feeling in the world.
yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
man.
It's even better than when you get your first deal. So, okay, I don't want to spend any like too much time, but real quick, how did you find your sales guy? Did you what did you use? Like, how did you go about finding that person? We don't need to talk about the process of hiring, but how did you find them?
LinkedIn mostly, and I talk with many people. I don't know if I had like maybe 30, 40 calls with different salespeople, and I was like,
Oh,
oh,
wow.
okay, those guys they are too cheap. Oh, those guys like they are like rock star in Paris, and they think they are like they don't even know how to sell. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So I calibrate it. Then I did a lot of tests. Actually, in my process, I was making guys do call a few guys. I was like, send me a video with the call, and even Rhys, that is now our sales, actually was already based in Bangkok. So I went there, we had the interview in person. And at the end, I was like, okay, now let's do cold calls. And I did the call myself with the script, like your script actually. And then I was like, okay, your turn. And it took my computer and it just I remember really precisely this moment. He copy paste the number and he straight put it into the dialer and he pressed call, like no hesitation. And I was like, okay. Then I went
Yeah.
outside to get water, for us. And I hear him and he was a bit hesitant. You could feel like he wasn't used to the script, but he straight went into sell. And I was like, I felt this relief of like, oh man, there is gonna be someone else that can sell other than me. And I
Yes.
was like,
Yes.
I didn't agree to hire him at the time, but I just felt like, okay, it's gonna work.
So he's a French speaker as well.
Yeah.
So did you put out an ad on LinkedIn or did you just start networking on LinkedIn or what do you mean?
Both ads plus DM. Like DM, you
Okay.
have good filter. I was targeting people doing sales schools and stuff like that, like sales bootcamp, 12 months, learn how to sell online type of thing. So it came out of that. But I talk with many different people. I think that's good, at least in French market. I don't know US.
So you were looking for people that were part of like sales schools and stuff and then DMing them and saying, "Hey, are you interested in an opportunity?"
Yeah. Plus, I had
Interesting.
ads and people
Plus you had
coming.
ads coming in. Okay. Awesome, dude. Well, interesting, interesting. By the way, I don't know about you guys, I have like a bunch of notes already from this call. Um, so let's see. I don't want to take all the time for myself. Does anybody on this call have any other questions that they want to ask Pier? Well, I already got a question from Ray. And let's stack those questions really quick and then we'll get to them. Um, so I'm just trying to think here, like one more thing I want to personally ask, and then I think we'll get to the questions people have is on your SEO side, right? And for anybody that's watching this that's brand new, maybe this is a replay or whatever, and you're like really, really new, obviously SEO is what you're going to do to rank the website. And the better your SEO, the more organic leads or free leads you're going to get that don't cost you any money. And so you get more leads without spending additional money. So that's what makes the whole business model work is the SEO.
Yeah.
What are you doing to increase your SEO efforts? Are you just doing all the stuff you were doing before, but doing more of it? Are you trying new methods? Like, what are you doing on that side?
Yes, so he's gone now, but there is Jeremy here that first joined as SEO manager. Now we are in consideration. He's probably gonna become like COO of the company. We might share the company somehow with rev share, equity or whatever, but he's just crushing it on the delivery side, like technical product, everything. And so far, what we do is we do WordPress and we have a make.com automation with a VA, which do 10, 15 sites a month. We do, I would say, high quality local website. So it's more 25 to 50 pages with like good service pages, pricing pages. We get the SEO snippet type of things.
Okay.
And like obviously like the location, etc. We link them to Google Maps. We do backlink. I mean, we do what you have to do. We do a citation with Bright Local that also open Yellow Pages, Yelp, Apple Maps. Like we try to do the basics well. And now what we want to do, so that's why the focus is having more niche, because before we scale the SEO, like we have plans to scale it hard. But now with the actual niche, maybe we have 50 to 150 more sites, and the more we go, the smaller the city, so the less the return. So it's like at some point you don't really care about a 200 euro a month deal. So it's like
Right.
we want more niche, and then we want to scale SEO and GMB. And SEO, we are now trying with Redplit.com. I don't know if you heard about that. It's the main vibe coding tool,
Okay. I
and
haven't.
it's just printing websites in 2 hours, and
What's it
very high.
called?
Replit.com.
How do you spell it?
I can put it in the chat.
Yeah, put that in the chat for everyone. This is the tool that he's using to print
I don't
Replit.
really
Okay.
recommend using it, honestly. Like in the beginning, I think you shouldn't play with that at all. I think now, I mean, it's like maybe 5-10% of our time playing with this, and we're like, okay, how do you go from, let's say, 10, 15 site a month to 50 to 100 a month? And it's gonna be gradual, but it's like we want to obviously get much more leads from organic, and that come with volume. So that's
Yes.
one way, and we might, if that doesn't work. So far so good. It's quite promising, but it's not, how to say, fully validated yet. But if it doesn't, we will just scale the number of VAs. We can just
Yes.
get more VAs. So we are a bit in between. Yeah, that's where we're at now.
So you have a guy that's the guy that works behind you. He's over all the SEO stuff essentially.
SEO, ads, automation, yeah, man, it's just like basically all the things that I don't enjoy much, all
I love
the
that.
boring technical, but super important. And for him, it's not boring; it's super exciting. And all the business side is less. So it's a good partnership.
And you guys are just trying new methods. You're using this tool, like that kind of stuff. Are you looking at or investing in other trainings or that kind of thing, or is it mainly just doing, testing this, testing that kind of a thing?
I mean, I would love to invest more in trainings. I haven't really looked actively at it. I've seen some guys doing like lead gen arbitrage. I don't know if you know Eric Beer. I think I sent you maybe, or Shiv, I'm not sure. So this guy is more like finding leads from one source, connecting it to the other. He did some stuff with Tony Robbins, that type of things,
Okay.
like repair. The guy is doing like 10, 15 mil a year, quite high margin, maybe.
What?
Yeah, American
Yeah, send
guy.
me send me when you get off this call, send it to me. I'd be interested to look at it, okay?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And yeah, but I was like, I think it's a bit too unfocused from what we're doing now. We're doing well, so once again, I wanna just do
Yes.
more of true service. But that's something we might do later on. And yeah, so now we're more working with like consultant. are people that have the skill set that we want. So we used to work with Google Ads guys. Mike helped us a lot with Google Ads. A really big shout out to Mike. I think he's one of the best Google Ads guy I know from the community, if not the best. And in Chiang Mai, it's, I would say, one of the biggest, if not the biggest SEO city in the world, because there is a huge conference. Actually, it's going to be next month around SEO, and there is all of the Ashraf guys, or there is Matt Digidi. I don't know if you know about this guy.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
heard of him.
yeah, so he's in Chiang Mai, and I have other friends that are not, nobody know about them, but they're like making very, very big, they're super successful. And yeah, I just hung out with them. And the Replit thing, I was at a housewarming party of a friend, and I met a guy. I told him I do work on rent, and he was like, "Oh, are you doing everything on Replit?" I was like, "No." He was like, "Oh, dude, you're gonna fall so much behind." And I was like, "What?" So man, the night I was just on ChatGPT, like, "What's Replit? Tell me, how can I implement it?" Blah blah blah.
I
Send the
love that.
text to Jeremy, and the next day he was doing a test on it.
I
So
love it. Okay.
that's a bit more what we do right now. But like, if you know anything that we can invest in to learn and stuff, it's like where we want to put our money. So
Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's answer a couple of questions really quick. I'm gonna have you answer Simon's first and then Ray's, just because I think Simon's gonna be a quick answer. Simon's asking if you're using Google Ads or Facebook ads right now.
100% Google Ads. We want to try Facebook ads, but I think it's hard to do everything well. And now we're only thinking about volumes, like how do you do 50 or 100 CDs? So if we do Facebook ads, we have to automate everything. But first, we're probably gonna have to test. Like I've checked your method. I think it's very promising, maybe even more on French market. But there is tricks here and here. So I think for someone that came in or don't really have the Google Ads thing figured out, I probably would say go Facebook ads. I'm not sure if it's what you
Yeah.
say, like amen. But for us, it's a bit different because Google Ads is working quite well. So
I'll say this. If I had a choice between Facebook and Google and they both worked, I'll take Google. They're better. The leads are better. The
yeah.
reason that we're doing Facebook is because Google Ads was, getting harder to get consistent leads in the US market. So if you guys are having success with Google Ads and they're working, keep doing Google Ads. Okay. Ray says, how do you deal with managing clients, especially as you continue to scale?
Um, you want to answer, Nick, or I take it?
No, I want you to answer it because you're the one that's tripled their revenue in the last 6 months, dude. How are you continually managing clients, keeping them happy while you're scaling?
So I can go more into details, but first of all, rank and range is quite automated and let's say passive business model. I don't really like this term. It's been used so much by like courses or stuff that were not true, but I think for rank and range, it's kind of true. I would say rank and range is more like you do 95% of the work before you get the deal. And when you get the deal, you have to manage a few things, but it's like 95% is done. So it's like the thing by nature is low maintenance by customer. Like we have customer, like now actually we record like 40 testimonials and we call them and they don't pick up the phone, man. They don't want to talk with us. And we are like, yeah, please, can you take the phone? And they're like, I'm busy, man. And they pay every month. They're really happy with us. And they don't want to talk all the time. Actually, some guys in testimonials, one guy told me it was very interesting insight. He was like, yeah, I work with a lot of SEO guys. They wanted to have calls every week, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I just want my phone to ring. That's what you guys do. That's amazing. And this guy maybe refer us 3 or 4 other deals. And it's like by nature, I think contractor, they don't want to talk SEO all day. They want the phone to ring. If you do a shitty job at the like delivery technical part, I think they will call you all the time, but for the wrong reason. I think if you do it well, so for us, we don't have that much, let's say, customer support. We have more, let's say, customer success. So customer that we increase the amount of leads, or they want to refer someone, or they want to have more site with us. Actually, we have more this than we have to deal with problems. And then we have a dedicated WhatsApp. So like the first 2 years, it was on my own WhatsApp and I got tired of it. I think it was very good to learn the avatar and really know who we are selling to. But at some point, it was I was like, man, it's Sunday afternoon. I'm at the pool with friend. I just want to chill, and I have this contractor that is complaining because he doesn't have enough leads, and I'm giving him 3 times the amount I've promised him on the phone. That can wait Monday afternoon, you know. So I did the
Yes.
dedicated WhatsApp. Now my team is managing it, and I check it. I don't know, maybe every 2 weeks, and everything's going well. Like they do a great job.
Yeah. That Ray, if you set the expectations correctly, this business model, you don't have to really do that much check-ins. You don't have to do that much of anything because it's a very cut and dry business, right? We provide leads, they pay us money. If they stop paying us, we stop sending leads. If we stop sending leads, they stop paying us. So yes, do you want to communicate with them? Yes. Uh, but do you need to go send monthly reports and this? That's usually the stuff that happens with agencies because they're trying to make it look like they're doing work when they're not getting results. But the thing above all, if you are getting your clients results and they are making money, they are going to stay. That's it. No matter how many reports you send, if they're not making money, you're going to lose them at some point. So set expectations correctly. Don't oversell the deal. Get them results, make sure they're making money. And that's why this business scales, dude, is because you don't have to spend that much time with the customers. That's the problem with SEO. That's the problem with some of these other businesses. Okay. One more question. Zach was clarifying, Zach Dempsey clarified. He says, did I hear you say you, okay, the question is, so your websites, because you're using some of these other tools, you're building juicy websites, like 25-page websites, right?
Yeah, or more
Yep.
30, 50, like whatever it takes. The bigger the city, the more the bigger the website.
And are you using this Replit to build these websites?
We have a few. We have maybe 5 that are online now, but it's more like testing. The rest is mostly we have some on Weebly from Shiv, but they are more like secondary site, and most of them are on WordPress. So we
Okay.
have a template that we duplicate, and then we change the content. And
Amazing. Okay. And then I guess we have last question. Simon says, do you approach potential business owners using direct phone calls or another method? And I think you use the text method, right? To start.
yeah, yeah,
And that's, guys, if you guys have not seen this already, go to the Facebook group and just search Pier's name. And we did an amazing interview and training where Pier walked us through his text method strategy. Everything's the exact same, but before he makes his call, he sends out kind of like a mass text to all the qualified people. And he has people responding to him, kind of raising their hand that shows that they're interested. So it's one tiny extra step, but it lets him see who's super interested and kind of puts him in a position of leverage. That's a really good training if you guys want to go research. Just type in his name and you'll find that. That was a few months ago. I think that was the last time we did an interview. Yeah.
yeah, probably. And that's
Awesome.
still work. That work really well. I really mix the best of Shiv and yours method.
Amazing. Yeah, and it's great, dude. And it's something I'm considering adding to the training because I think it's a great strategy. So anyway, all right, Pierre, it's 11 p.m. for you. Go to sleep. Get up tomorrow. Go make some more money. I appreciate you getting on this call, guys. Let's thank Pierre for hopping on, dude. I literally took a ton of notes. You made me think of a bunch of things. So if anything, I got more out of this than anyone. So I appreciate you, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much for putting me on the road. You know, like your program was, I don't know. I would have figured out the sales part because I love sales, but it was just such a big shortcut. And when you said I don't sell whatever training, I sell time, I think you're on spot.
Yeah, that's it, man. We're selling time. We're trying to speed things up. So, dude, appreciate you guys. We'll see you next week. Thanks, man.
Thank you so much, Nick. Take care.
See you, dude. Bye.